Family of Rotary, thank you all for joining us today for this very first session of Rotary Works. We're absolutely delighted that you're taking time out of your day to find out more about this program and to learn how to participate in what we think will become a model program in our zones. Rotarians helping Rotarians and Rotaractors through vocational service. These are unprecedented times, and we know that many Rotarians are facing uncertainty in many areas of their lives. We know that many in our family of Rotary have lost a job, are underemployed, are in the wrong job, and are feeling vulnerable. For our Rotaractors, this is a most challenging time to be entering the job market. Rotary Works is a Zone 3334 very timely response to help you build skills, redefine your aspirations if necessary, and expand your network. Today, we'll be sharing the resources, the skill development series, and the networking opportunities being offered. Now, this is a work in progress designed by Rotarians for Rotarians and Rotaractors in zones 33 and 34. We encourage all of you who would like to help us build this program to get involved. Near the end of our session today, we'll provide you with information on how to do exactly that. I'd like to introduce our Rotary Works Zone Coordinator, somebody you all know is more than capable of taking this program to the next level, PDG Cindy Dora of the Rotary Club of Fort Myers South. She will officially welcome you, but before that, first, let's set the stage for what we're trying to do with Rotary Works. Watch this short video from Darren Hardy, a globally recognized author and success mentor.
To achieve what you have not, you must become what you are not. You have to grow into your goals. Look, if you're struggling to achieve your goals, it's because your goals are above your head. I'm sorry to say, but your goals are too big for you. You keep bludgeoning your head against the wall, but it's not going to help. The only way to achieve goals bigger than you've been able to achieve before is to become more than you've ever been before.
Wow, did everybody catch that? The only way to achieve goals bigger than you've been able to achieve before is to become more than you've ever been before. That's what career success is all about. Steadily stepping up your game and becoming more than you've ever been before. In this series, we intend to help you do just that. Thank you, Rotary International Director Stephanie. And let me add my welcome to each and every one of you today. We're thrilled to have you with us building this program that supports our fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors. I also want to thank each of you that took the time to respond to our survey. Your responses have been confirmed in what we thought and we have been hearing anecdotally. Whether you find yourself unemployed, underemployed, feeling vulnerable, want to improve your skills for your next career opportunity, or seeking more professional fulfillment, we hope this program will provide you with the means to achieve your goals. We are recording this series, and at the end, we will offer some questions and answering time. So please be sure to ask any questions you may have in that regard. But now I'd really like to introduce you to the team who's going to outline the upcoming professional development seminars designed to help you on your career journey, our coaching program, our vocational resources, our job board opportunities, and finally, our impact fund. First, I want to turn this over to Rich Salon from the Rotary Club of Goochland, Virginia, and beautiful Claudia Myrtle from the Rotary Club of Lake Spivey, Clayton County, Georgia. And they'll tell you how you can start your 2021 with learning more about you, yourself, and your skills. Know that you are fully capable of adding anything you want to your world and your credentials. Rich and Claudia.
Welcome, Rotarians. I'm Rich Salon, Area Governor in District 7600 in Virginia. I'm a human resources professional, helping team members in large corporations grow their careers for over 20 years. I'm also a career transition coach for several years now, after being asked in 2009 to kickstart the job search process for the 34,000 team members at Circuit City. I also continue to publish a newsletter called The Career Corner. Please join me and past District Governor Claudia Myrtle from District 6900 in Georgia as we present Vocation, Evaluation, and Opportunities on January 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. When you think of Rotary, many images come to mind. We often see Rotary in the 3 F's: food, fun, and fellowship. These are important components, and together we've made our community stronger and the world better. Claudia and I look forward to introducing 3 new set of F's to you: fundamentals, focus, and fulfillment, to help make your career transition experience as productive as possible. In career transition, you can be gaining traction or you can be drinking a lot of coffee. We're all about helping you gain traction. And now I'm going to turn it over to past District Governor Claudia Myrtle to share the session's objectives with you.
Thanks, Area Governor Rich. My name's Claudia Myrtle, and I'm with the Rotary Club of Lake Spivey, Clayton County. And my work experience has taken me from teaching positions to positions in county government and to president and CEO of my own company for 33 years. I retired in 2016. I think I retired to Rotary. I have the privilege of serving as district governor in District 6900 in Georgia, and as Rotary Zone Coordinator for Zone 34. Rotary works. It does, doesn't it? And what an appropriate title for this series. In the session that Rich and I will be talking about, we have 3 objectives that will assist you with your visions of your future. The first step we're going to take will be to determine where we should start. The second step will help you identify your passion and to find your why. The third and final step will take you to where you want to be or where you want to go by creating a vision of your future. Our responsibility is to help you take that first step. We'll do this by helping you with identifying the future that you want and learn how to take those steps toward your vision of your future. Now, the path that we're on, it'll wind and it'll bend. You'll speed up, you'll slow down, but the path will keep going, and so will we. Rich and I are so excited to take this journey with you. As Rich said, fundamentals, focus, fulfillment. We hope you'll join us on January 13th at 1 p.m. Thank you very much, Cindy, for your introduction. And to tell you about our February program, I'll turn it back over to Area Governor Rich Salon. Rich?
Thank you, Claudia. Hey, it's Rich again, and feel free to call me by my long-time nickname. It's Rich, the HR guy. It's my privilege to be joined by Rotary International Director Stephanie Erchik and Club President Kate Winter-Cole, both from District 7305 in Pittsburgh. Stephanie spent 2 decades as a Career Center Director in higher education, where she worked with graduating students, alumni, and employers to match candidates with open positions. Kate has 16 years of experience in sales, design, and marketing. Her firm, Kate Winter Digital Solutions, focuses on serving small business and entrepreneurs. Our presentation is on 3 critical career transition requirements, all around personal branding. The first is defining, elevating, and articulating your personal brand. This is vitally important. Your personal brand must portray yourself as different, memorable, and likable by those likely to lead you to the next leg in your career journey. Developing your personal brand will not occur overnight. but you will be putting it to work in your networking activities. Next up is how to network in a virtual world. Networking remains the key to career search, and most of the networking components remain the same, including jobs filled based on who do we know. However, in this virtual environment we live in, some activities have been eliminated while others must be altered since face-to-face contact has been minimized. Do you remember all those robust chats around the water cooler? Well, that water cooler is pretty lonely these days. Last, but certainly not least, is leveraging LinkedIn. We're going to address the 8 mistakes you may be making, plus how to optimize your connections. Building an online presence is key in helping to portray your brand, help you network more effectively. Identifying the decision makers who would hire you and seeking an introduction to them remains critical, and we will help you with this. On behalf of Stephanie, Kate, and myself, we look forward to seeing you on February 10th at 1 p.m. to help build your personal brand, plus robust networking and maximizing LinkedIn to help you get you where you want to go. Our March program will help you learn about the tech tools you need in the 21st century organization. And to tell you a little more is Terry Weaver, Rotary Club of Greenville, South Carolina.
Thanks, Rick. Hello, I'm Terry Weaver. And besides an inability to say no to Cindy Dora, there are a couple reasons I've been asked to present 2 of these sessions. First, I have 40 years of experience in Rotary and 45 years experience running businesses. I'm a recovering corporate guy. I ran large businesses for shareholders for about half of my career, and I've since owned 3 small businesses in the last half of my career. I've interviewed and hired hundreds of people, ranging from clerks and assistants to sales reps to vice presidents of public companies. I've sold 2 of my companies, and my current encore career is coaching small businesses, not a small part of which is helping them find, qualify, and hire the help they need. Now, folks, in that role, I've helped my clients turn down roughly 2 of 3 candidates on average, keeping them focused on the experience, skills, and talents they really need. So on March 10th, we'll be talking about the information technology toolbox you need to be a qualified candidate in today's job market, or today's entrepreneurial environment, if that's the direction you want to go. These are not skills limited to a computer whiz. They're things anyone can learn. We'll start with your Zoom appearance. Most of your interviews will probably occur on Zoom. It's critically important that your appearance on Zoom is as close as you can get to the standard of anything on a screen, which is broadcast TVs. Then managing your online personas, online networking tools, including DACDB. You know you have access to your entire district's member base. Collaborative tools such as Google Drive and Dropbox can be helpful in a job search. And then there are a set of productivity tools we'll cover, along with tips, tricks, shortcuts, and yes, some apps for managing your search. A spreadsheet is not an effective way to manage a job search. You need to know who you spoke with, who you've emailed, when that was, when the next follow-up is. You really need something approaching a customer relationship management database. Then on April 14th, we have a session for the wantrepreneurs. So you want to be your own boss. I'm tired of working for the man. As a serial entrepreneur, this is something I know something about. I've started 2 businesses, bought 1 and sold 2. And in my business coaching practice, I've helped entrepreneurs start businesses from scratch. I've helped entrepreneurs buy businesses. I've also saved a couple of guys over 100 grand each by helping them see that the business opportunity they were looking at was really no better than buying a job, if that. So we'll cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's more to owning a business than meets the eye. The business plan and the business model. I've learned over time there's some fundamentally great business models and some fundamentally awful ones. Partners, investors, do you need either or both? And then your exit strategy. Yes, you want to start with the end in mind. How will you build this business so your exit will be as smooth and profitable as it can possibly be? So do join us on the 14th of April. Now here's a recap of the upcoming events we've been talking about. These will be at 1 p.m. going forward rather than noon to avoid conflict with Wednesday Rotary Club meetings. Now we'll be moving on to another key component of our program, which is coaching. And to tell you more about this is Steve Agius of the Rotary Club of Bonita, Naples, Florida. Steve.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Terry, for that introduction. I really appreciate it. So I have 35 years background in the construction management industry in the tile and hardwood flooring sector, both in New York and where I am now in Florida. I also have 37 years in Rotary, doing various jobs throughout that Rotary career. And I know what you're all thinking right now. How can a guy that looks that young have 37 years in Rotary? But I'll answer it another time. Right now, I want to talk to you about an experience that I had in 1996. I moved from Long Island, New York to Fort Myers, Florida. I was what was called a trailing spouse. I had a wonderful career in the wood flooring business on Long Island, but my wife was a CPA and she had an opportunity to come to Fort Myers to join a big six firm. We decided that that was worth a move and we made that move. So having been a Rotarian at that time for 13 years already, I decided I better start going to Rotary meetings immediately, 3 or 4 a week, to try and meet the movers and shakers of the new community I had just moved into, and also to determine what club I was going to join when eventually I found employment. And even though I came here without a job, I thought that my resume was very strong and this would be no problem for someone like me. I'm easy to get along with. People like me. I'll be hired in no time at all. After a few months and no job prospects, despite going on many, many interviews, I decided it was time to start speaking to my new Rotary friends about the difficulties that I was having finding a job that I thought would fit me. So I found myself at a Monday afternoon meeting at the Fort Myers South Rotary Club and met a person there by the name of Gary Tripp, a wonderful Rotarian, very successful business person. And he had taken kind of a liking to me. I'd met him a few times before. And he asked me, how is the job going, your job prospects? And I said, I'm really having a tough time. He said to me, why don't you meet me for lunch later in the week? And when we did, he gave me a list of 20 people who are influential in the area. And he said, I think you need to meet with these people, tell them your story, explain to them what you're trying to do. And sure enough, one of those connections led me to an individual who owned a tile and wood flooring company, installation company in Naples, Florida. That man hired me as the general manager of his company. I became an officer of the company after a few years, then became the managing partner. And now 24 years later, I'm still here. I'm an example of a Rotarian helping a Rotarian. And Rotary Works recognizes that Rotary and Rotarians are uniquely positioned to provide networking and coaching assistance to their fellow Rotarians. This committee is going to be providing a mechanism for Rotarians who may need this assistance. Also, I'd like to make an appeal to anybody who feels they might be interested in helping us with the coaching and networking aspect of this. We need your help. We want to help get Rotarians into things that they want to be doing on a professional basis. We are anticipating this program to phase in by February 1st. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and really looking forward to helping fellow Rotarians in whatever way we can. And now for something that is important to all of us, finding the right resources to support our efforts, please let me introduce to you Kim Walden of the Thomasville, Georgia Rotary Club.
Thanks, Steve. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I came to Rotary in 2011 and was 100. I'm an immediate past president of Rotary Club of Thomasville. I was also president of my corporate club in Cambridge. Currently, I'm serving as
I don't think we can hear you, Kim.
We're having trouble hearing you.
Currently, I'm serving as the Zone 34 ARPED, or Assistant Rotary Public Coordinator. Our job is to support the zone with public.
We're still having trouble hearing you, Kim.
Okay.
Can
Sorry,
you lean forward a little bit towards your microphone?
Okay.
And we
you
can
hear
see your
me
beautiful
better now?
face. Good.
So for my painting gig, I work for the largest privately owned firm in North America. We've got 76 locations in 8 states, and I'm their corporate recruitment manager. So I guess you might say that Rotary Works is right up my alley. So to get started today, I want to talk to you about challenging opportunities. While being job challenged isn't something that anyone wants to do, it's definitely an opportunity to look at things with fresh eyes and reevaluate your direction and how you can get there. So to help with that, we put together some great online links to help our Rotaractors and our Rotarians check out the latest in career tips. And we'll be continuing to add these resources to check back often. We have everything from a guide for interview attire to tips about LinkedIn and how to ensure that you have a great LinkedIn profile. And of course, we have tips about writing a good resume. We all know how important this is, as it's the first thing people see about you. There's an article about resume keywords as well. More topics include what questions employers are legally allowed to ask, how to respond to that, and also some tips for accepting a job offer. We hope happens quickly thanks to Rotary Works. Another article talks about how to take a fresh look and see what other changes you can make. For example, perhaps it's time to change that hairdo you've had for 15 years. Anyway, this article talks about how to revamp yourself, evaluate things in your daily life so that you'll be prepared for the new opportunities that we hope will come along very soon. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to keep adding links. So if you find a good article, please be sure to share that with us. Now, the last topic for me is making sure that you connect with club members and your district members. Steve had a great story about how he did that. And every member of the club can see their club members' contact information and their occupation. So take advantage of this. Reach out, utilize that great networking opportunity that comes with your membership. Ask to meet someone for coffee. See if they can help point you to a good job or some contacts. I've heard so many stories like Steve about how a coffee meeting led to a great job opportunity. And we definitely want to utilize this resource. We're also putting together a list of district committee members that can help connect you in this process, so stay tuned. Now, I'm going to turn it over to Daryl Keys of the Rotary Club of Charlotte Harbor Sunset in Florida. And he's going to talk to you about the job board section of Rotary Works. Daryl?
Thank you, Kim, and good afternoon, everybody. Firstly, we've just registered the domain rotary.works, and we'll be building our zones 33 and 34 Rotary Works website at www.rotary.works. We thought it was quite a clever and appropriate domain compared to a .com or a .org. So our email domain will be, for example, jobs@rotary.works. So it's rotary.works as the domain. The proposed job board will consist of 3 different elements. And for security purposes, these will be managed by a small zone-wide team who will receive and input information in these following 3 areas. So the first area consists of job opportunities being advertised by Rotarian-owned businesses throughout our zones. Secondly, we'll get snapshot bio information submitted by Rotarians seeking jobs. And thirdly, information submitted by Rotarians who want to serve as coaches under the Rotary Works program. Now, the job board will list all the job listings and separately all those seeking jobs and background details of all our coaches. Now, these are searchable on a number of criteria. An example would be job type, where you can search for full-time, part-time, or temporary work. And other examples would be to search by location or also keywords. For Rotarians seeking jobs, We only intend publishing just a brief bio, and a candidate's full details will be seen by linking their bio to their LinkedIn profile. We saw little point in duplication, and indeed LinkedIn can be a source of much broader information about the candidate, including the range of connections they already enjoy. There is still some work to do prior to launch in spring, but we are committed to building out these elements and the website as soon as possible so that we can provide early assistance to all Rotarians. We also recognize that a little bit of green can help, and a final component of our program is to provide assistance. Here to talk about the Impact Fund is Clanice Platt of the Rotary Club of Hampton Roads in Virginia. Over to you, Clanice.
Thank you so much, Daryl. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Clanice Platt, and as the Virginia Beach Public Library Staff Development Coordinator, I develop creative strategies and opportunities to inspire and motivate more than 300 employees to maximize their potential and performance in a team-oriented and collaborative workplace. I am responsible for overseeing the training budget and developing and managing a comprehensive talent development program that grows leaders at every level, facilitates lifelong learning for staff, and is responsive to the needs of our organization. I am also a member of the Association of Talent Development, a writer, a speaker, and a creative entrepreneur, and the owner of the Platinum Group. It is my pleasure today to be with you to talk about another part of this Rotary Work program that is so important and will allow all of us to have the opportunity to share and to connect and to support our own Rotarians and Rotaractors. The Rotary Works Impact Fund is a fund that actually is the brainchild, if you will, of our amazing visionary, Director Stephanie. The purpose of the Impact Fund is to provide a one-time $500 grant to help bridge the financial gap during a career transition. Rotarians and Rotaractors will actually complete a confidential Impact Fund application to apply for the grant. Now, I know everybody's asking, when is this going to launch? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy to share with you. This program is going to actually begin during the second quarter of our year 2021. So what an exciting opportunity for all of us to have an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of our fellow Rotarians as well as our Rotaractors. Now, one of the things that's exciting about this particular program is this is something that you can participate in right now. If you would like to be a donor or a sponsor to help us raise those dollars for our particular grant, you can actually do that. We are now accepting contributions. You can make a check payable to Rotary Zone 3334, and you can actually send that. Just make sure that you note in the memo line, Rotary Works Impact Fund. You can mail that check to our post office box, which is on your screen. Also, if you would like to make a contribution via credit card, you can do that as well by contacting our zone treasurer, Larry Lassiter, and his email address is there on the screen as well, LLLassiter@connectnc.net. What an opportunity for us to be able, we are so often making a difference in the world of our communities and those in the world around us, outside of our communities as well. But this gives us an opportunity to make a real connection and to have a major impact on those that serve with us, our Rotarians, as well as our Rotaractors. And we want you to be a part of that program as well. I am thrilled today to have the opportunity to, as we wrap up this final session, or I should say our first session, to actually throw it back to our fearless leader, Miss Cindy. Take it away, Cindy.
Thanks, Clanice, so much. Boy, if we all could bottle that energy, wouldn't it be amazing? Beautiful smile, beautiful passion to help Rotarians. And that's what everybody on this series is about today. we are here to support Rotarians and Rotaractors. So we know many of you have questions, so I'm going to ask Past District Governor Marcy Ullem to share any questions we may have, and we'll try to address those. Marcy?
Thanks, Cindy. Actually, a lot of the questions and comments we've been answering as they go along, but there have been folks who have been interested in posting positions. Please talk to Daryl. There's some folks who are talking about Rotary Means Business. We are encouraging you to get involved, as well as some folks that we're finding out have great mentoring, coaching, and lifelong learning experience. Again, I turn back to you, Cindy, but think that we want everyone. This works because we're all working together.
And that is the truth. Thank you. One of the things we're really trying to do for everyone that's viewing today is to let you know that every question's a good question. Don't ever think that it's not. We are trying to respond as quickly as possible because we don't want anyone to feel we're not dealing with whatever topic you may have out there. But this program was established by Rotary International Director Stephanie to help you. It is a helping step up, not a helping handout. So we want you to know that if you have any questions, just feel free. We're going to be sharing our emails with you so that you can reach out to us directly. But we have Rotarians from amazing backgrounds stepping forward with specializations in their field, everything from human resources to headhunters that know about job opportunities out there. And many of you have expressed to us that you're interested in being a coach or a mentor, or you have job opportunities. But for those that are seeking opportunities, know that our hearts and our passion is to serve Rotarians.
Cindy.
Helping Rotarians. Do we have a question?
We do. We have a couple of questions. So one is, how can Rotarians unable to attend today access the recording of today's most informative session?
That is an excellent question. So we are pre-recording this, and you can go to the Rotary Works resource tab at the Zone 3334 website. We can throw a screen up for you, I think, and give you that address, but we want everyone to be able to not only be able to locate the resources we have available to our Rotarians, but also take these sessions that we are recording and use them as programs in your clubs. And of course, any governors that are sitting in on this, we very much encourage you to use these with all the leadership in your districts. It's important for everyone to know that we are doing our best to accommodate every Rotarian throughout zones 33 and 34, and of course our Rotaractors. So if you want to go to Zones 3334 website, Rotary Works resources, you will find that information. And we'll also put that address. Terry, if I could ask you or Marcy to type that address into the chat box so everyone can find that resource very quickly, I would appreciate that.
Cindy, another question. Can you elaborate a bit more about the mentoring part of the program?
Right. So the mentoring portion, the coaching portion, this initiative is going to be chaired by Steve Aegis, and Steve is putting together a team of professionals throughout Rotary, most of which are all dynamic Rotarians wanting to step in and support the program, but we may bring some non-Rotarians in as well. The whole point is to create a directory of individuals willing to work one-on-one. We're going to provide opportunities, but in order for us to help you, you have to help us locate you. So please make a point of reaching out to Steve or myself as your Rotary coordinator for Rotary Works. Of course, you can reach out to Director Stephanie, but we have this set up so that we will provide leadership with regard to specialized coaching, specialized mentoring to each and every one of you that reaches out and asks for support.
Thanks, Cindy. Another question is, could you post recommended video training on topics like how to look your best in a Zoom meeting? Many videos are out there, but having a recommendation from Rotary would be helpful. Maybe post recommended club speakers too.
Absolutely. Excellent, excellent point, and excellent comment and question. So simple things like dressing for success. Terry Weaver mentioned earlier how you present on Zoom. You know, it's all about how people perceive you. And unfortunately, perception is reality, right? So you always want to come across dynamic and upbeat and positive, but direct and sincere. So we will absolutely have some resources. Kim spoke a little bit earlier, and we're sorry she had a little bit of audio problems, but we will re-record that and incorporate it in the presentation. But she is working steadily and very focused on providing a list of resources so that when you go to the zone website for Rotary Works, which is rotary.works, you will actually be able to go to a tab that'll list multiple resources available to you, because we recognize Rotarians want that step up, because we're Rotarians that not only care about each other, but we are the movers and shakers that can make things happen, because we believe that we can affect positive change. So our call to action is Rotarians serving other Rotarians. But look at our website, and there will be resources available to you. I also have to say real quickly, recognize that we are building this as we are moving forward. And the more people that step forward to support our initiative and help us with this program, we will continue to update information on the website. So if you don't see it now, we'll provide updated information through our social media, and let Rotarians and Rotaractors know what's available. Any other questions, Marcy?
Yes, there are a few. The next one is this available to our Interact members not pursuing college?
Very good question. Right now, today, at this point, no, it is not. We are focused on Rotarians and Rotaractors within zones 33 and 34, but we certainly welcome interactors and anyone that is interested in taking advantage of this series. They are more than welcome to view and listen and even participate with questions, because certainly we are here to support anyone in need, but we are primarily focused on Rotarians and Rotaractors at this point in time.
Excellent. There is another question. I'm not really sure, Nico, you may need to unmute yourself, but the question is, will the directory be outside of DACDB/Club Runner?
Yeah, so we recognize many Rotarians struggle with DACDB. We apologize for that. Unfortunately, that is out of our control. But yes, when you go to our website, again, which will be provided everyone viewing today, the information will be accessible at that location. And, you know, DACDB is a great tool and many of us use it on a regular basis, but unfortunately it's not always user-friendly for everyone. And again, we apologize. It's not a perfect world, but we're doing the best we can. If you have problems locating the information you're requiring or seeking, don't hesitate to shoot me an email and we'll make sure your questions are answered.
There's some more questions, but I just want to point out there are some people who are talking about their skill sets and their backgrounds and how they are very interested in being involved. And so again, at the end of the presentation will be a contact slide. Please reach out to the appropriate folks or everybody, or at minimum, Cindy. So our next question, Cindy. Are there established relationships/partnerships between Rotary and specific corporations to help ensure Rotarians receive notification of job opportunities?
Yeah, so District Governor Gerald Keys is heading up that initiative with regard to maintaining an up-to-date current job board and information for Rotarians to be able to access. We really want to thank District 6980 in Central Florida, District Governor Mike Vernon and District Governor-elect Andreas, their entire Governor Corps. They've been committed to making a difference in their district. And from that initiative, we have been able to put together a program at the zone level. And District Governor Gerald Keys will head up that initiative. His email address will be on the slide at the end of the series today. But most specifically, yes, to answer your question, we will be aligning vocational resources for all the specific vocations. So please know that we're not perfect and we're learning as we go along, but we're going to do our very best to respond to as many needs as possible. But ask the questions, provide information, and please do reach out to us. Any other questions?
Not at this moment. That would be
Okay.
that have come up.
All right. If you have a quick question, go ahead and type it in and Marcy will respond and let me know. Please recognize that we heard from many of you with regard to today's series, in that noon was a little bit of a challenging time for many of you. So starting in January, the series will be at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the series beginning in January, running through July, those programs will specifically approach items of interest that the professional development team is focusing on, where we're bringing those specialized topics in. But remember, even though today was at noon, it's going to be at 1 o'clock. We're so excited about the potential of this program. The vision of Director Stephanie is coming to fruition. There are many of you I saw that are viewing today that we want to grab you and really collaborate with you and get you more involved in this process, because there is great need. There's so many programs, so much training, so much information we want to impart to as many of you that are able to join our series. But I cannot impress enough that we want to hear from you. We want you to say, I need more of this, or can you help me with that? And we will respond to you either with a phone call if you provide it, or we'll absolutely respond via email. Your career challenges and career transitions are important to us, especially during this pandemic. And that's why we're doing this. So recognize we want to help you. We also want those of you who want to get more involved, again, take the time to shoot me an email, or anyone on that email, that list that you see at the end of today's program. Shoot us an email and say, this is what I'm good at, this is what I specialize in, I want to help. But, and again, for those of you that are just seeking a handout, please let us know that as well. Rotary Works has the potential for touching every Rotarian and every Rotaract in zones 33 and 34 in a positive way. I sincerely believe every one of us has something to offer somebody. Every one of us has a blessing to share. So don't sell yourself short, and don't think that you can't add value to what we're trying to accomplish here with Rotary Works, because it's important. Again, the slide presentation will be available to you. It has been recorded. We will update it if there's information that we've left out or you couldn't hear the audio. But again, please consider reaching out to me or one of the individuals at the end of this program today. I know we're ending early, so I guess that's a good thing. But thank you for attending today. Mark your calendars now for Wednesday, January 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be promoting it. We have a dynamic marketing and strategic team of professionals, Susan Corder and Kate and Andreas. So many of them are going to get out there and get this information to you, but mark your calendars. You can register on DACDB for those of you that love DACDB and can work it well, and hopefully that is most of you. But we're looking forward to seeing you. 2021 is just around the corner, so get excited. It's going to be a great year. 2020 is almost behind us. So thank you again for being with us today. If you still have questions, mark them down, but we are here for you. Blessings this holiday season, and thank you for tuning in to Rotary Works, an initiative started by Rotary International Director Stephanie Urchik for zones 33 and 34. All the best. Thank you so much.